Greetings, humans. I'm X. I'm Heavy, the Cyber Fairy, and welcome to my sphere. As you can tell, I have set up the 3D VTuber model again, and we're using it. We're once again playing Elden Ring, and that's what we'll be doing. I hope that this goes a little bit better than it did last time. You know, we stick to our character and we play them. And yeah. So, one small thing. I realize that I should be using a different character model for the character I'm playing as, because I use this character a fuck ton, and there is one that I made a long time ago that I have barely even used. Though I am proud of this character. Actually, you know what? Fine. You know what? We're gonna use this character because this is the first time you will get to watch them. So that's what we're doing. Yeah. Though there is one thing, if I can change the name. Yeah. I'm not necessarily proud of the name Tchaikovsky, like, aside from the fact that I just thought, ooh, Tchaikovsky. I had really no reason to choose them, so... just give me a minute to set up a name for them. Let's see. Oh, so, no. Suxulia, maybe? Maybe. Oxliusa. So Luxia. That works. That works. Okay. So Luxia. There we go. Alright then. Alright then. By the way, change the hair because this is the hair they had back before they added actual black hair. And the choice is not that great. Like, you get one. You get one. But I'll work with it. I'll work with it. Alright then, let's get moving. Anyway, we're back to what we were doing. Let's see. By the way, I'm using a much more comfortable voice, I guess. I'm like, whatever. I mean, when it comes to trans streamers, you know, people are fine with a trans girl using much fortune. Oh, motherfucker, I pressed the fucking L. Oh, lovely. Mr. President, a second troll! I fucking dodged. Yeah, I feel like it's not barely even. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, shit, I didn't see that. Me, move! Okay. God, we need to get faster. We need to get stronger. Fucking bitch. BRB. Alright, I'm back. Alright. Let's see. Ugh. Come the fuck on. Hold on. Alright then. Let's see. Alright, no viewers right now. But hopefully we can fix that. Be nimble. Whoop, fucking bitch. Okay, secondary. Oh, nice. And yep. Alright, one viewer. Sound off. Shit. Touching my hair. We both kind of stumbled back there. Alright then. Chat, I would much appreciate any question. At all. Let's see. But anyway, my plan is that I'm going to be... I'll frick off. Is that once we get level 30 with our dexterity, we'll... my God! Alright, hopefully we're not in a completely wrong place. Alright, here we are. Oh, no, there we are. Mood downer, woo! Yippee! Is that an Among Us walking forward? I like it, I like it. Alright, so in this little crypt area, you can get your hands on a katana weapon. And fuck off, Papyrus. Anyway. It was not in this room, I don't think. Or is it? Okay, it was. Yippee! How's the Elden Ring going? Very good. We had to restart. Oh, fuck. We had to restart our run about 50 minutes in because I decided I actually wanted to do a dexterity run rather than a intelligence run because we do a lot of intelligence runs. And to facilitate that, we have gotten our hands on an Uchigatana, which technically, yes, has worse dexterity scaling, but also has bleed on it, and otherwise. Also is kind of just cool. Let's see. We will have to increase our strength at some point, which we can just do right now. Alright then. Just making sure. We need... Right, so we'll just need to kill 2 of these fellas. Oh, okay. A lot of delay. Noted. And a lot of poise. Wow. Use that to our advantage here. Also bleed. Try your shit. Woo! There's one. Ooh, gas. Gas. Straight gas. Fuck it, screw it. We just slap macking it. And they dead. I think we'll continue this for the others real quick. Just to really see how far we go. Fuck. Now, you get a really good chance to attack them when they're roaring like that. And okay, fuck it. Because, you know, they aren't able to do any other attacks like that. And when they're pulling out their sword as well. So, due to that, you have a pretty much a really good... You got it really good when... with trying to kill these guys. Ooh, smack the face. I also believe like 2 charged hits is enough to break their poise. If they're not pulling the sword out. If they are, their poise, I guess, cannot be, you know, yeah. But you can still just wail on them. Now with this one, he... Do your thing, do your thing. I dare you. He does it once like that. But you may say, well, that's no different than him roaring when he sees you. No, actually, it's actually completely different. See? He's having to do it a second time, which leads to that. Pretty good, huh? Anyway, as a result, here we are with a lot of runes. Each one of those trolls gives us 1,000 runes. So, pretty good, pretty good. Strength and put another back in dexterity. Now we can use it, you know, without sting. Now, one katana is good, but what about two katanas? If a character has dual wields two weapons of the same type, in this case katanas, they can do what is called power stancing, where now they can do a attack where, you know, they hit with two at once instead of guarding. But it's down to where can you find some. So that's the question. There's the Uchi Katana, which is very simple. And then there's the Nagahiba, which is a much heavier katana. Katana? Did I say katana with a g? Well, whatever. Anyway, to get your hands on that, either you can kill the guy who holds it, which is I forgot his name. He's some guy who wears a straw hat or some shit. You can either kill him, or, for a little bit more pizzazz, we can just simply follow his quest until he dies naturally. The first part of his quest involves, well, just coming here and killing Neregus. Is it Nigirus? I don't know, it's Neregus, whatever. Wait, hold on, that's what it is. Anyway. Now let's see, can we do it on our... Oh, let's find out. Ooh. Ooh. Smart. Narius? His name's Narius? Wow. Anyway, as you can see, he has a katana of his own. We will get our hands on it. First, let's let Nereus let him die. Let him die, let him die. And he's dead. He's dead, chat. Now, let's move on. And there he is. What's up? You're the resident weeb. Like I said, we could kill him, or we could just, you know, follow his quest. Now, the first step from here is that we need to go back to Maya Lucaria's main academy gate, Site of Grace. By doing that, we can, after loading, we can turn around, walk past this, and get to a summon of his, I believe. He has a summon somewhere. Oh, by the way, we'll need to go back to the castle town. Yeah, we will. For one of these. Okay, I don't think it was down here, but that doesn't stop us. Let's see. No. No. No, hmm. Hmm. I have no idea where it's at. It's supposed to be right here, but I don't think... Hmm. Well, whatever. Alright, a little bit of backtracking. Magic pony. Yippee! Past the Cuck Knight. Despite being called that, they are actually considered what you would say schoolyard bullies, you could say. They want... They like magic, but they're all idiots. So they kind of want, you know, magic from actual magicians, you know? So they basically say, "Hey nerd, I'll protect you from other guys. Guys, if you give me your homework." Or something like that. That's a very simplified version, but not incorrect. Now, we got that, but that's not all we're looking for. There's also a little tree some around here. Just remember there being one. Not important, not important, whatever. Go with the flow, whatever. I mean, we could go back to see him to see if he respawned. To see if he's still there. Maybe we did something wrong. Maybe we didn't talk to him all the way. Because that is kind of a problem with Elden Ring's, like, progression of stories. You gotta make sure that you got the character to actually say everything they want to say, or else they won't actually show up. They'll be like, "Tarnished, I had another line of dialogue where I told you that it was pretty out today, and I saw a bird. But because you didn't listen to that, I'm not going to continue. This is your fault, Tarnished." Nigel, do you think this is a good idea? Nigel and Marmalade referenced. Would you believe if I've never actually been to this Lost Grace? Weird, I know, since I've completed this game. I've sunk in hours into this game. Hundreds, I mean. Pretty. And he's gone. Meaning that the only way to get to see him again is to go to his little hut a little bit farther down south. Oh, way down south. Anyway. Anyway, quickly, these guys die. Dive bomb. We don't need to fight this guy, but it would please me if we did. Alright, chat, here's how you fight a dragon. First off, if he pulls out his fire breath at all, get on your horse and start running. You don't need to be on your horse for the whole fight, but it can generally be a powerful tool. Now, dragons tend to move a lot. Okay, we're not completely dead yet. Good to hear, good to hear. As a result, they're always running around the battlefield. And this is a problem for me because Now you gotta worry about them going around all over the place again and again and again and again and again. But don't worry, whatever. Motherfucking dragonfly? What is this, Spyro the Dragon? Some shit? If they don't use the fire, do it at the perfect possible time. Okay, we've gotten to half health. We're only gonna put one attempt into this because I'm kind of just doing this for fun. For funsies, chat. Woo! But yeah, regular dragons, or as I'd rather call them, drakes, considering what we learn in the DLC. Also, come on. Poise! Bitch! I think we also got some bleed on that boy. Okay, if he does it like that, that's how you know he's spewing up his fire rather than about to do a funny jump on you. Now, I know when you get closer to an enemy's death, you may start to feel a little bit of a tickle of I'm afraid, I'm doing so good. You don't want to mess it up and put it all to waste, so you start backing up, but trust me, the longer you take to do a motherfucker. I hate this attack. Anyway, but yeah, his fire is basically unblockable. Huh. Wouldn't it be funny if he died from that? It would, actually. And he's dead. Woo! Hello, runes. As you can see, he gave us a fuck ton of runes. Now let's move on. I don't even know if those guys say things, but whatever. Hello again, Yura. Yeah, there's a lot of things I'm disappointed by in the DLC. One of them was the fact that Melina never showed up once. Seriously, I believed firmly that the DLC would have a lot to do with there we go. Would have a lot to do with Melina. In fact, it's funny. We got Mesmer, who is very clearly one of the clearly related to Melina. There's a lot of context clues. Bitch, these ain't even context. These are just straight up what the game tells us, basically. Oh, there we go. There we go. There's a lot. One of the funniest evidences of such is butterflies. But anyway. Yippee! This assassin is mounted in ravens. The funny thing, I don't even know, does our damage actually scale? Oh! Damn! Oh shit, I forgot to level up. Damn it. I'll have to go do that. Not good. Well, not that bad, actually. I mean, we can just grab it, use it to, level up and such. Just doing shit. Oh, what is it? Where did you fucking put it? Game. Game? Where are my runes? Alright then. A little funky, but whatever. There we go. I was wondering about that. Now, after we do this fight, there's... Cool. Armor set. Hmm. I forgot the actual name, but I just call it the Twins armor set because it's literally got twins on it. It's used by specifically twins. And whatever. Alright. On we go. Whoa! Okay, that didn't... I wasn't able to hit him, but he was able to hit me. Great. Come on. Hey! Do I still get the kill? Modern time. Unfortunately, I just brushed my teeth, so... I don't think that's going to be an option, necessarily. Okay, cool. So cool, we really did it. Trying to see his fucking face, damn it. Hello. Mustache man. As you can see, he is a tier 3 Twitch sub. Haha, joke from the olden times. And he wants to have an IRL meeting with his favorite waifu. But first, before we can go help him meet said waifu, we have to quickly get our airplane tickets, you could say. In the same way that a guy can be persuaded to buy thousands of dollars worth of stuff to buy for their e-girlfriend, including plane tickets, that just so happen never seem to actually, go anywhere because the e-girlfriend is like, oh, I can't be in town. In the same way, we need to get these so we can get there anyway. Past the short people. It's like Snow White and the Seven Dwarves, except there was something of a minor strike. I mean that as in minors rather than minor in size. Technically, it would be minor in size, but whatever. Is that considered ableist to short people? Well, sorry. Probably not a good thing. Whew, okay. Just barely avoided damage. Wow. Damage that would definitely have killed me. Alright then. So we can do two things. Also, I just took a specific path that cuts down on time that would require otherwise to get here. I'm something of a what's the word? I wouldn't say speedrunner because I don't do that. Not that good or close. I'm just more along the lines of, what a thrill. Anyway, I just know certain tactics to go fast, and I use them. By the way, quick thing. Getting my hands on funny object. Okay, I might have done a bad thing. How so? I jumped down the wrong hole. Ooh. Fuck off, bats. No, 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 no. Fuck! Well. Get some water! Alright, real quick. Real quick. Let's go kill a single mother. Because this weapon has bleed. I don't remember it being like this. We can start to actually, cause some bleeding. Though minute due to the fact that this weapon doesn't have all that much, it still exists. Anyway, this is an easy way for you to assault this character. To assault Grey Roll. The damage doesn't matter. The bleed is what's up. So, chat, any questions? Particularly about the lore or some shit? That's different. I'm gonna be here for just a little bit. I swear that the whole world can feel you empty. Anyway, chat, cut the bit. Let's see. So, this is Greyroll, the mother of all dragons, apparently. But she's more accurately the mother of all drakes, aka the modern dragons we see, not ancient dragons. We don't really know how that happened, but we do happen to know that all drakes bear the blood of Baal the Dread. So, unless dragons reproduce asexually, which is likely, perhaps either Bale was their lover, or Bale was themselves perhaps related to Grail in some way. Either way, all modern dragons are descendant of them, whether it be the basic flying dragons or the much larger ice dragons. There are a few main types of dragons, including flying dragons, which are the simple type. There are flying dragons who consume a lot of glintstone and become glintstone dragons, now able to learn glintstone sorceries, as that their body is a sorcery catalyst, and boom. As well, their basic fire breath attacks allows them to is now endowed with magic, so as a result, magic damage. That's a lot of that. Alternatively, we could up. Yeah, because we're gonna need a bit of strength. We can't go all the way into dexterity. While we're here, we should also. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Yeah, pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. As a result, we do a bit more damage. I gave us 20 strength because I know we'll need it at some point. Anyway, though, not important. Now that we have both halves of the... Also, there's something I need to do back there. Let's get to the next side of grace and we'll talk about that. Chat, any lore questions? Lore. Each the lore. Chat, did you know that this little detail proves that the lore is in the game? That lore is lore and lore is lore. Thank you. Anyway, aside from glintstone dragons, there are ice dragons, which are larger and have white fur. But there is at least one ice dragon who went down south because they hated dragon communion and sought to guard a major dragon cathedral so people wouldn't use it. Unfortunately, it was in Caelid, and when the scarlet rot spread through Caelid, it also spread through their body. It attacked their lungs, and they're no longer able to breathe ice. However, their breath attack, they are still able to breathe something else. Rather than bleeding a cold mist, they can now breathe pure rotten breath. They need to go to the fucking dentist. I don't know, maybe the reason they don't go to the dentist is because Gilbert Gottfried plays the dentist. Imagine that. Going to the dentist is like,
alright, now sit back and relax while I, Gilbert Godfrey, take care of your teeth.
That's a fucking Timmy Turner reference. Yeah, specifically. Anyway, moving on. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. This, a person who plays this game very casually is probably watching me do this and is probably thinking, "What the shit? You haven't even beat Godric yet. What are you doing?" And I'm like, stacking shit in my deck. Anyway, as a result, here we are. Now from here, we should go down here, and that big cathedral is important because that's where you're meant to go see his waifu. And it didn't go well, as that they are very dead. On the bright side, we get a sacred tear out of that to fortify our thingamabob. And we'll take the Nagikiba. Now, the problem is... Good shit. Okay, but... Do we want to fight them? Let's find out. Ooh. Oh, shit. Now let's see the power of power stancing. Also, ow. So, their weapon applies, Blood Flame, which is bad because, 1, fire bad. And 2, bleed. Yeah, okay, yeah, I think we're a little, under-leveled for this. Yeah, I should have expected that. We'll be back. Not because we... State of America. Cool. No, I'm good. Not because we need something from them, but because... I mean, something to do. Alright. No, we're not gonna stay here for long. What we are gonna do, chat, is go back to Fort Karoth. And you see that item over there? That item will allow you to, for the cost of lowering your health, or increasing the amount of damage you take, increases all your physical-based, stats, including vigor, let's see, vigor, endurance, strength, and dexterity. Is it this one? No. It's not this one either. It's the final one. It's the final one. But it's not simple. What you gotta do is quite simple. First off. Second off. Third off. We're almost there. We're almost there. Grab. Okay, come on. We're almost done. We're almost done. And now resign yourself to your fate. Now with Radagon's Source Seal firmly in hand, we can now use it to increase all of the previously mentioned stats. Boom! As you can see, Vigor is up at 5, so is Endurance, so is Strength, so is Dexterity. We're a lot stronger. By the way, switch these out. We're almost ready to go and actually fight Godric. I yeah, that's what I thought. I forgot to grab this. But now that we have it and the whetstone knife, we can now do a lot of funny stuff. But problem. But hold on. I believe we need an actual whetstone. We have the whetstone knife, but now we need an actual whetstone. Yeah. Let's see. I believe it was called the Iron Whetstone or something like that. Mm. Elden Ring, Iron, Whetstone, Whetblade. Oh, I know where it is. Oh, it's in the big castle. Well, I guess the time is now. On our way now. Gonna go fucking kill Godric. Technically, we don't need to go kill Godric. We're just doing it because. Yeah. Now, the different. Let's see. What's the word? Attributes you can give to a weapon by using the whetstone are very diverse. But for the iron whetstone, it's actually quite simple. Ugh, fuck off. I don't care about what you're doing. Why? Alright, let's fight this man. Come on, Rajier, get in here. Now, jumping power stance attacks are pretty good. They're fast, they do a lot of damage. They're just all around great. As you can tell, we're poise breaking the hell out of Margaret the Fell Omen. Oh. Now we're down to our last wolf, and Rajier is looking pretty disheveled right now. But this can be remedied. Also, bleed. Come on, get killing blow. There we go. And we win. Let's see, it should be right here. There we go. As you can tell, we're doing things kind of frantically, but I don't care. Dexterity is the most important thing here. One unfortunate thing I think about the DLC is how hard it is to actually get into the DLC. Because since it requires that you beat one of the secret the harder secret bosses. Yeah. Whatever you say, Gostok. I know you're gonna steal my money, you tall ass Slenderman bastard. Doesn't matter though. Anyway. No idea why the lighting's doing that. Now, we kind of shot ourselves in the foot by jumping down here. We could have climbed the side of that broken wall, but it really has there isn't a long-term difference. Just simply that we're not going to have a random bird fighting us right now that we need to dispatch before we can use the Senate Grace. But whatever. Now we can tear through this place pretty quickly. Cool. Okay. On. There we go. Boom. Such a Virgil ass sword. Like, I am the storm that is approaching. Hey. Okay, hold on. Curiosity killed the cat. Curiosity kills the cat. Now, technically, we could just climb around this side rather than doing a thing, but I don't care. Let's get this shit. Asshole. Don't got time for you, though. What I do have time for, though, is this. Now, we come in here, and we're going to deal with this guy. Thankfully, due to our piercing fang, which pierces armor, as the name would imply, and also shields, which is good, because this guy has both. And simple. Good shit. Rusty key is what you need to get out of here, but also this is the curved sword talisman. Let's see, what does it do? Guard counters. Now, that would be good if we guarded, but we aren't. At least not in this run. There's much more useful skill that we can get real quick. Talisman we can get in like a few minutes. You just gotta, you know, follow me for this. Follow me for a bit. What a thrill! Through darkness and silence through the night. What a thrill! Also asshole. Also asshole. That's legit what I just fucking said. Great. There's a slashing claw weapon you can grab, but we've only got a better weapon out here, so let's just focus on this. Now, there are two things we want to get. First off, let's skip a whole bunch of bullshit. Secret tunnel! Secret tunnel! Secret tunnel! It's not really secret. I think it was probably intended. At least I hope it is. Because it's actually pretty cool. I think if it is intended, it basically means that there's an intended customizability and route in this area. Also, we gotta deal with these guys. You can try to climb without killing these guys, but trust me, it is not easy to do. These guys are assholes. Take this. Now, we'll need to... Now, what's good about this is that this increases jump attacks. So in other words, this does a lot more damage. Yippee! And this. Close your eyes. But we're not done. there's another thing for us to grab. But first, good. Second, tree. Tree powers activate. Well done, thank you. Cool. Definitely something you can do there, but we're not gonna do it. There we go. Now what you need to do is go over here. Actually, there's a lot of things. Okay, this was the wrong guy to grab. Okay, Misericord was not the one I needed. Thank you for the iron wet blade. Okay, let's get out of here. Now these guys are gonna chase us for a little bit. Now the iron wet blade is good because it has, because of the 3 attunements we can put onto our blade. You know, by the way, the basic attunement that you can put on your blade is standard. It comes with basically every single weapon you get, unless explicitly said otherwise. Just remember that. But the Iron Wet Blade gives you 3 other attunements that are much better. Quality, strength, quality, heavy, and keen. And these are quite simple. Heavy basically means it's attuned for strength builds. Keen means it's attuned for dexterity builds, and quality means it's for strength dex builds, which is a very specific choice, which means that the developers knew that that people would be doing that. Alright, now we're gonna visit back here for mainly 2 reasons. One, I realized something. This is a good character, trust me. But I realized now that I have a VTuber model, it would make a lot more sense if I made my character look like them. Plus, this character is not usually attached to his name, so detailed appearance, load character, that'll do. Face, hair. Um, let's just get a bit of hot pink. There we go. There we go. Alright then. The eyes do not look like that. At least not on my actual character. Or at least they're not supposed to. Oh, wait, no, I did set them to pink again, did I? Huh. There we go. Let's look at cosmetics for just a quick second. Eh. There we go. Funny thing, you need slightly darker colors to do the same thing. I don't know why why it needs to be a different color, but hey. It's weird. I don't know. Anyway. Body, we're a lot bigger than that, I'd say. Yeah, I don't know, it was really weird looking. And there we go. Perfect. Perfect match. Alright then. Alright then. Okay. Now, we can put this on it, which, as it says, does that. Much better, I think. At least I prefer it. For the sake of this, let's put it on keen. There we go, which means that the higher we go into war, the higher we go into into dexterity, the more damage these will do. Which is good, you know? Um, Yippee! Alright, hold on. Here, small thing we need to do. Hold on, ore farming. Ore farming. Ooh. Really good range, too, which is good. Which is always good. They're not that great at dodging it. Gohan, dodge! Fuck. Okay, good. I've been duped. I have been duped. Also, do you like bleed? Your staff would tell me so. So let me show you what I can do as far as bleed. Also, ow. Remember, chat, always respond to their attack with your attack. And don't get greedy. There we go. You don't need it to actually have special properties, you just need to be able to do the attack at all. So even if it does normal damage, the normal damage of the weapon, that's still fine, because it still gives you all that range, you know? Anyway. Okay. Now, I fucking hate the birds. Birds.
Oh, for God!
Alright. That's just one bird now. Come on. Bird up. Come on, bird up. Come on, bird. Bird up. Live to your namesake. Fuck you, birds. One day, when you're older, you could be hit by a boulder. That is an ancient internet reference. Anyway, speaking of stuff, give me that. So how easy do you want to make the Godric fight? Because we can make it shit easy. Alright then. We run past here and grab this. Now, I think I wasted my time, because I'm pretty sure I can just take a elevator that'll get me past that. So let's do a little bit of a test in just like 5 seconds. Hold on. Ugh, the face, I'm after the face having guy. Yes, you could. I wasted my time. Good, lovely, absolutely wonderful. So yeah, you don't really need to do what I did. I'm just an idiot. But regardless, here we are. Alright, let's traverse the mist. It might be advisable to say don't, but whatever. Anyway, Godric. Honestly, I love Godric as a boss fight. Sure, he's easy, but honestly, I think he does a good job. He's a very simple boss. His attacks are very telegraphed. I think pretty much it's just a really good design, you know? Now, the thing that mainly turned me off about running Dexterity is that they don't necessarily have big damage. They don't, in some cases, including this one, you don't get the funny yellow item thingamabob. You don't get the funny yellow box on their health bars. But irregardless, I can easily fight this boss fight, by the way, when they don't have, even without Nepheli. But anyway, they take off a chunk of their health. Now, the first thing you want to do is to go directly here and fuck their poise. Now, don't let yourself get a little too zesty. It took me a long time to deal with those kind of with that specific attack when I was like younger, when I first played this game, because it was a decently difficult attack for me, you know. It took me a while to realize that I had to dodge into them. By the way, yippee! Gotta go. Yapping, 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 bros yapping. Anyway, damn, look at all this scratching all over. Take this minute to increase dexterity more. Oh, one more thing. Hey, you see this great rune? Yeah? Screw it. We don't need it. I mean, remembrance? We don't need it. We don't need that shit. And there we go. We're level 40. Now, I could stop, but I don't want to. Now, what you want to do now is to visit the Table of Lost Grace. Chat, I was able to memorize stuff like this because I used to watch Elden Ring speedrun videos in my sleep, so yeah. Anyway. Technically, you don't need to talk to her, but I remember when Maxor made her be voiced by fucking the Russian Badger? Now, what you need to do is go to Vare. Where he will have you do a little quest in order to go see Luminary Moog, or whatever his name is. Mogwin. It took me a second. Now, the simple steps are quite easy. They're just time consuming. Step 1, you get to him after you go to talk to him, which can only be done once you've already Well, done what I just did. Have done what I just did. And once you do that, you're basically directed on what to do, but it gets a little bit tricky. Basically, I'll make sure to always to be like, yes, they are pretty weird, aren't they, Vade? Vade, whatever. They didn't seem right. This. This is an item that can be annoying. This is a part of the quest that is somewhat annoying. But we can make it pretty simple. Alright, step 1, get here. Step 2, hop on the horse and head out to all the way over there. It's pretty simple dealio. Ooh. Pass to these guys. And we can move on. Okay. Past this guy because he's not important, or that guy, or... I don't remember you. Weird, I don't remember that guy. Actually, chat, I think we might have strayed in the wrong direction. Maybe. Chat, I think we took the wrong turn. We did. That's on me, chat. Don't do that. Don't get lost doing other things. I love the terrain, honestly. It's really nice. Huh. Is this important? Something tells me this is some sort of item. Nope, never mind. Okay, no. We're in the right place. I just got a little psyched out. You do this one, which first gets you there. And then you get here, which gets you over here. Now, quickly just barge over here and grab a tingamabob. Chat, this is the tingamabob. Good. How long do I intend to go on streaming for today? Until I kill Radon, which you might think, wow, how long are you gonna be streaming for? Not long, actually. I'll probably give it another hour, probably. Like, I can... Through the many methods I have learned to do, I can essentially do... Also, you don't need to kill this guy. Do it. Yeah, you don't need to kill that guy. a little bit of time. Okay. With an other bullshit. I died. Fucking these fucking ass crazy guys. POV, they don't bite. Bitch, they do. Or something like that. Now, this is the offline friendly way to do it. Technically, there's a way for you to do it. That doesn't require that doesn't require you to come here. It just simply requires that you are able to. I probably should have grabbed my runes before I left. Shit, I forgot my runes. Well, chat, I'm actually kind of feel like I need to beat this guy, which is easier said than done since he's kind of intended that. Well, shit. I lost those runes, chat. I am an idiot. I am a bimbo. Ugh. But don't worry, chat. This dying is all part of the plan, as that it's the quickest way to do this part of the Vade quest line. Cool. Okay, now that we've done that, the next part of the quest line involves the acquisition of the blood of a maiden. As far as I know, there are count of three, maidens whose blood you may get in the game. First, there is first you can anoint me and shit. Okay, first there is one that requires that you need to uh, go up this way and beat a boss from the boss that killed you. I'm not interested in that. And there's one that requires that you go up through here and here, which is difficult, but honestly I prefer it. Partly because you get a resource for coming there anyway, and an outfit. And third, you have to murder someone, which isn't much, but eh. It's funny that both of those deaths are related to the Frenzy Flame questline. You know? Well, in some way. They're related to the Frenzy. Anyway, speaking of the Frenzy. Now this little piece of shit you have to deal with. You doing the thing? No? Now you do the thing. Anyway, you gotta deal with the fucking Eye of Sauron or some shit. I know it's not literally the Eye of Sauron, but I'd be lying if I said that the developers weren't thinking about that. I mean, it's a big tower. It literally involves the eyes. It's basically a slam dunk. Anyway, speaking of which, Shabruri's whoa, an item that we don't need. I just wanted to grab it because of his smug fucking face. In a question between who is the worst, more evil character in Elden Ring, between Shabruri and the loathsome Dung Eater, while the loathsome Dung Eater really tries to be the most evil character, it's Shabruri, like, with no contest. Granted, the loathsome Dung Eater basically says,
There is a hell, and I will make sure you never see it. But that's bad for you, by the way.
did I even get to? Damn it, I didn't. At least I was able to touch the side of Grace, right? Right? Better have. No! But no! Fucking bullshit. Ugh! Ugh. I wouldn't even be mad if it wasn't for the fact that I literally didn't do the one thing I wanted to do. That being Maiden's Blood. Ugh, fuck it. Like, you know what? I'm gonna take the fucking hits. I don't care, I don't care, I don't really, really fucking care. Oh, I'm dead, never mind, I'm dead. Ugh. I hate this second segment. I do. Is there another way to get to here? There probably is, but this way is probably faster if you don't fuck it up. And I'm already doing it, so whatever. But yeah, no, honestly, the aspect of this game that I do like is the exploration, and in my case, the creation of your character, which, you know, I've been doing. Is whether or not he activates partially determined by you being seen by something? I would not know. Fun fact, it was intended in development that the frenzied flame that the color of the frenzied flame would not be it was intended in development that the color of the frenzied flame would not be the yellow that it currently is, but instead would be red. I'm I'm definitely glad they went with yellow because first off, it feels like a reference to the King in Yellow. Hold on, who wrote the King in Yellow? Hold on. Ah, fuck. Please. Please fuck off. I need to grab. I just need to get the maiden's blood. I don't want to fight you. At least not yet. I don't want to fight you right now. I don't want to fight you. 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 How far away are we? How far away are we? Bitch. Alright, now we can start talking about fighting each other. Question. Do you bleed? I mean, yeah, you do. I know you do. Ooh, ore farming. Bitch was ore farming. Whoa, wait, when did I... When did I unequip my other sword? That's odd. Hold on, okay, when the fuck did that happen? But regardless, let's not worry about that guy right now and just focus on the job at hand. You know, you're able to define exactly where it is by remembering that it's exactly west from the. It's exactly west from that site of grace, which is cool. Yes, it is. Anyway, now that we've done that, we can now do this, and bada bing, bada boom. We have essentially done a quest that allows us to get into an area that requires us to at least be somewhere in the hundreds, you know? Anyway, now we now have red eyes. Oh, wait, oof. Make sure not to kill him until you get that, or else you're essentially all of this has failed, and you have locked yourself out of the fastest way to level. Anyway, remind Varde that you have not gotten over the fact that he called you bitchless. See you later, Bare. Hey, Varde. See you later. Hey, no, you still him. Hey, Varde. I'm sorry about what happened to Moog. What happened to Moog? Me. Technically, I am actually happy about what happened to him regarding, Mikola? Mickey Mouse! Vade, I've been bought out by Disney. Anyway, you have made your way here. Awesome. Now, this is not all we need to do. Let's go to Table of Lost Grace. Real quickly, buy something. I forgot I need money for that. Please tell me I have money. Please tell me I have money. Yes, I do. You know, this is also a pretty easy way to get money. Just finding random high-level rooms. But that is not important. What is important is this. Bazinga. Good. Should we buy these? Nah. At least, let's not put money into... Armor will probably replace down the road. Ah. Hello, I'd like to buy... Brain... Did you... No, let's not do that. Let's just buy that many to start. Nice to do business. Thank you. Honestly, Kale is one of my favorite characters. Partially because he actually tells you thank you. Whoa. Now time to pull out the bow. Make sure it has ammo. Switch to it, and here's the perfect, Now, what you need to do, shoot him once. Not enough to kill him, just to aggro him, and run to the right. Hopefully, he'll die. By jumping off. And that's 11,000 runes. Bang. We are getting really close to that soft cap. Well, not soft cap. Let's see. Elden Ring highest dex requirement. I believe it's at 40 for Melania's sword. 50. There's Morgoth's Cursed Sword, which is 30. Okay. Hand of Melania, 48 dex. There we go. Let's see. Elden Ring, dex, soft cap. Yeah. Okay. Let's just get it up to 50, and then we'll stop doing that. So, chat, how's your day been? Because we're gonna be here for just a little while. I don't know how long, just amount of time. Technically, if you want to make sure that he absolutely does get stuck, you should, allow him to get all the way over there, and then... Boop! Run. There we go. Alright, then. If you have a skill that can kill a lot of enemies really quickly, most notably the one that from the Sacred Greatsword, or some other ones that are similar, you can use it to instead kill those Albinorics, which has the upside of that, yes, each Albinoric gives like 2,000 runes, but there's approximately 15 of them, so there's more than 15 of them, so you can get 30,000 runes on each cycle. Look at that, chat. Money.
Money! My name's Krabs. I like money.
And bloop. Okay, we missed. Fuck, we missed. Need a second shot, just like with Kennedy. What? I didn't say anything. I totally wasn't in that book depository on 1968. Nope, definitely not. Was it 1968? I thought it was 63. No, no, no. That was when. Shit, I swear to God, some of these dates get just bumble around in my head and I forget. Can you believe I'm a history major? Can you believe? Dead fuck. Shit, he's still going. He's still going. He's still going. He's still going. Oh shit, shit, shit. Okay, technically we can still make it. Down. Damn it, we didn't. Okay. My best suggestion: fire along the height of the head, not the absolute top, but like along the side of the beak, and intend that they're going to. There we go. All right then. All right then. Mm. Ooh, I just remembered there's another quest that we can do to quickly raise our dexterity. There's a talisman that you get from helping Millicent, and as a result, she gives you a thing. This thing you can then use to. Also cool. Yeah, I've never actually been over there to grab that. Actually, I don't. Actually, I'm gonna be real. I've not been over here, as in that area. Period. No, seriously. I should really consider doing that since there's one of those thingamabobs over there. Let's see, our dexterity is currently at 47. When did I raise it that high? Okay, Chad, must have gone to a fugue state because I thought we were still below 45. And I was tending we would get the talisman, and then we would, you know, um, yeah, like we you get the idea. Oh, far away. Right over. Tonight. I don't wanna miss your call tonight. Alright then. Chat. Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay. I think I'll cut it there. Yeah. Ah, fuck it. You know what? We're gonna put it to 50. I was getting ready. I was just kind of accepting that. I got really good at doing that jump. Nova. Da-da-da. Stop thinking about that. Stop thinking about that. Chat, do you want to hear a stupid story about myself? So, the other day, I was vibing, and then suddenly I felt sick. Due to reasons I don't really feel like I need to explain. And, I went to the bathroom to throw up, but my silly ass forgot that we had a bidet. It was a Christmas gift. So I hunched over it, ready to do, and then suddenly I'm getting splashed in the face by the bidet. Which honestly I think was a good thing because I think it somehow the pure comedy of that made me stop throwing up. Which honestly sometimes chat you just need to have comedy. Uh, I mean I wouldn't say the event is entirely innocent, but anyway, we're on our way, you could say. I'm on my way. I'm on the way. I'm on the way. I swear to God, that one scene from The Amazing World of Gumball really just got my ass singing that just forever. Like any time in a game where I am moving large distances or doing something tedious, I'll just start singing that. And Elmore. No, that was out of key. That was terrible. Elmore. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I got a loving in my heart. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I'm a stumble. Gumball. Gumble to Gumble. Whatever Family Guy reference, anyway. The perfect way to make sure your shots line up. Kind of aim, well, like I said, aligned with his beak. One more. Actually, Chan, I'm probably sure I can probably just kill one of these guys real quick. Oh yeah, you're right. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, hold on. Money. Chat, actually, I think I need like one more. Sorry about that. Boom. And 50. Our attacks with our swords are going to be really powerful now. As a result, I think I feel ready to go venturing. Like I think you can basically, like, unless I figure my damage is too low. There we go. Up here. Welcome to less racist Hogwarts. I said less racist because they are using Albinorix. So that is pretty racist. You see, the writers of the game decided to take heavy inspiration from J.K. Rowling's own racial views. to make this place the perfect British magic school. I went to Ripley Wampler's School for Magical Wizard People. Wizard people. I studied Smith and Wesson. I say that because, obviously, because the fact that this school has a graveyard out front basically means they have a graveyard out front so that the students can microdose American schools for a minute. Oh god damn it! Oh boy, I love losing a bit of my health. They put a graveyard out front so that the students can microdose being at an American school. Yeah, I needed to say it twice because I said it in a weird way before. A weird way before. And I think, did I go a wrong direction? Nope. Here we are. Here we go. Here we are, and here we go. Now do that in order to fucking move. You bitch. I'm Gilbert Godfrey. And I'm also the inventor of the Slim Jim. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Okay. Okay, hopefully we can make this whole thing with Renault with this place really go really fast. Oh, real quick though. Gate told you that I wanted to avoid wearing that thing. Didn't I? So, while this does increase our weight, that's not really something on my agenda. Maybe later on I'll consider it something important, you know. I mean, there's nothing really saying that you have to be light loaded to be a Dex user. It's just that people expect it. Please don't jump off. Handled. You know, those guys are actually really easy for me to take down right now. So I didn't have to avoid them like the plague, but I did. So, whatever. Anyway, I think I'll put more of my points into vigor so I can take a lot more hits since, well, then again, if you're good, you can dodge attacks, you know. So, take it as you will. Oh wait, hold on, I should probably actually go fight them. Thank God we coated our blades with chocolate. So that this fight will go a lot faster. Do not worry, we didn't also put peanut butter on it. We may be a white woman, but we're not a monster.
Spider-Man, I may be a villain, but I'm not a monster.
Okay, did not go good. Okay. Fucking bitch. You fucking dick. Too low HP. I could have gone into that, but I didn't because my HP was kind of shit. Sometimes you do shit, sometimes you do a little good, sometimes you do a little shit. That's a reference to a random video that I think I forgot the actual fucking text. I should have healed. I should have healed. I had more healing. Okay. I swear, I will try to actually get to Radon's boss fight. Okay, wow, I just narrowly ducked that. POV, the American School Experience in March. Or was it April? I forgot. It was one of those 2 months where people do, things. Oh, okay. I, for some reason, thought I could jump, duck under that, which would be cool if that was a mechanic. I don't even know what's... Sometimes in Elden Ring, you don't know what the fuck is happening, but you just kinda let it be. Sometimes you just let it go, as the funny song that was like fucking PTSD for parents from in the 2010s. Alright, weird story time about me. As a kid, I hated that song. I hated it so much. And kids bullied me with it. Kids really said to me, really said, I'm going to sing Let It Go around this kid to specifically bully them. And you might say, wait, you were a kid around the time of Frozen? Or you must be pretty young. My guy, I'm I am 21. You are old. You are ancient. I like reminding millennials that they're fucking old. Remember, millennials, if when you say shit about Zoomers being brainwatted, guess what?
Welcome, welcome to being an old bastard.
Boomers didn't wake up one day and decide that they would hate fun. They started declaring that fun was cringe. Or whatever word they used for it back then. I don't know, they just called you like crazy kids or some shit, probably. I don't know. I'm not a boomer. Anyway, speaking of which, dog's dead. Alright, let's hope that that goes a lot easier than Renala, even though I know it will not. By the way, speaking of Renala, I find it cool that there's an actual painting of her up there, along with the other heads of the academy. I find it really cool. A long time ago, I watched a video series about what each of those academy heads were all about. one of them was into, it was, yeah. Azur was into comets, which is how we ended up getting several of the most basic spells and their many upgrades, such as Glintstone Comet and Comet Azur. By the way, hey, chat, wanna watch me kill this guy? In the funniest way possible? So, we don't know if he'll actually... Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. You gonna show up? Shit. Okay, you're making this shit complicated for me. Anyway, funny cheese strat is funny as funny as funny as funny as cheese strat. POV, the funny cheese strat is cheesy. I'm pretty sure I almost killed myself. Yeah, anyway, what really annoys me about the run up to this boss, Renala, is that you have to run all the way past that ball thing and here. And you may say, wait a minute, but can't you just, you don't have to do the ball thing, you can just go run past the enemies. Yeah, the enemies, who are random as shit, and they can do random things. Look, listen, I'd rather deal with the balls, which are, while yes, they're powerful, they're also very much defined. Plus, you can basically make it much easier by killing the guy who's casting those spells up there. Anyway, let's make this shit simple and quick. Alright, step 1. Kill children. Come on, where is it? There we go. There we go! This boss is definitely one of the worst in this game. A big reason for that is how annoying a lot of it is. Like, you gotta do this, which isn't based on skill, it's based partially on random bullshit. And you have to do it anywhere from 2 to 3 times. 2 to 3 times. Sometimes 1 if you have a really good build. Oh, and there's also that thing, which... That attack, also the fact that randomness... It's like, oh, you want to do this in a timely fashion? Sorry, mate. We're gonna go hide where that last person is, and oh my god, they were over there. They were over there. This wasn't rocket science. I just made it complicated for no good reason. Took me a second to remember if I had got her to the thing. 3, 2, 1. Alright, let's begin. Now, if they count out that first phase, and it was only this, honestly, I believe that this boss would be a lot more fun. Fun is subjective, because the boss would still be pretty annoying. Partially, since a lot of it involves tohoing the hell around the place. Thankfully, due to the fact that we are a melee user, I need to go to the bathroom. Okay, we can make this quick. Especially because this is one of the easier summons. Boom! We dealt with it. Did we do it without getting hit? Yes, we did. peak. Alright, chat. I'm gonna take a small break, and I'll be back.
Where did he flee, my sweetings? Come out from whence he hide. There are books. Where did he flee, my sweetings? Come out from whence he hide. There are books
Okay.
with what? Come out, say I, or will ye be gravestones to be better born anew?
Hi, Mom. I won't. Alright then, hold on. Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. We ain't gonna be needing that. We ain't not gonna be needing that. We ate not? We. She ate. Anyway. Anyway, blah, 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 blah.
Where did he flee,
Don't
my
care.
sweetings? Come out from whence he hide. There are books and light.
Hold on, I want to get us to level 50. Or is it level 60? Oh. Oops. Thank God this isn't a no death run because that would be fucking insane. still died to that. Awesome. Great. Look at that boy. Look at that. He's just like, hello, hello, hello. It is me, the guy, the frog man, Toad Man. Be careful. Because, fun fact, so, the way those work is that when you land, the game will say, yes, you have landed. Until then, you are immune to fall damage. However, there is a way that you can make the game think that you've landed without actually being declared as, landed, In other words, you'll land on something, the game will say, "Ooh, oh, you've landed. Time to get rid of your fall resistance." And then when the game actually declares that you've fallen, then it will be like, "Well, let's see. You've made a large change in distance from this position to this position." Therefore, you took a lot of damage, according to the game. Now, I'm not just doing random shit here. It just happens to be that this little quest I'm about to do requires a lot of back and forth. A lot of really stupid back and forth, but back and forth nonetheless. Nonetheless. Hey, bud. I'd like to buy that. Thank you. It's a cool helmet. Plus, is it me or does it kind of look like it has mascara on it? I think it's just the slight line from the bits, the little pixels. But it's enough that it made it look like it has mascara, so fuck it. We can get a great helm, but it'd be really cool if we could get great armor as well. It's akin to the regular armor you can get, but it's just heavier all around. But anyway, yeah. Good. Hi, Niall. Actually, no, wait, that's O'Neill. Excuse me, ma'am. Do you know where the... Oh, there it is. Thank you for being so nice. Alright, here's how you choose this battle, because I want to get his shit. Step 1, when you enter, there's a... When you enter, one of the entrances, there's a... this! It was this one. You can summon her, who is one of Millicent's sisters. She can basically take the hit. She can basically take the focus. But that's not what we're here for. What I'm here for is to show you that I'm pretty sure even though he can very easily cast this kind of damage, I like to think that the fact that him and Godric have a similar attack. Oh, that's not good for me. Oh no, Chat, I am dying. Chat, I appear to be dying. You know what? I accept it. Take me to my death. Take me to my death. Yeah. Plus, all that really does is increase the damage and also makes him go where she wants, or wherever the hell she leads him, rather than where I want him. So, as a result... How about we make things a little easier? How about we not do that? Okay, essentially you gotta aggro him. And then make him come here. The reason for this is because then he will not be flanked by those guys. Granted, it's gonna take him a little bit of time for him to walk all the way over here, but... By the way, I'm still here. I'm on my way! I'm on my way! Chat, he's coming. Now, chat, there is, I believe, a way that you can get his ass to die terribly. There we go. Come on, kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him. There we go. Now, I don't know if... Okay, yeah, no. Fuck, we missed it. Now, does this respawn enemies around us? No, it doesn't. Instead, it just respawns them over there. Which is fine, because we're not over there. You may say this is cheating, but I say this is exactly what God intended. Because, you see, I feel a lot of... Oh shit, they spawned! Chat, they showed up, they showed up. Okay, so they pull up. Fuck. Fuck! Oh. Damn it, his guy showed up. Okay. No matter. Round 2. Hey, get your fucking ass over here, dude. Alright, chat. We're just gonna wait for this asshole to show up. So, as you can tell, he changes up his shit from those weak-ass guys over there to guys with great axes who actually are competent, you know? Okay, I don't think he'll be able to show up in time. Lovely. Now we get to actually see, though, how far is he able to go? Damn it! There we go. Alright, chat, let's just keep letting this shit go. Nope, he did not die. Which, lovely. Fucking... I hate how he randomly decides sometimes that he's going to run and that completely fucks it all up. Sometimes you just gotta let him walk through it. Maybe if we just circle around him, he'll be fine. Yeah, that'll probably do. Therefore, he's never going in one direction consistently. Ooh. Ow. You raised my hopes and dashed them swiftly. Now we gotta put up with the fact that now he's got these guys who are being somewhat of a threat. Never mind, never mind. We got it, we got it. Easy clap. Thank you for the commander's standard. And that is a small amount of runes for what is a definitely harder fight. My question is, what kind of damage does that do? Okay, mainly a strength weapon. It's a halberd. So yeah, no, we're not doing that one. Alright then. What we will do, on the other hand, go talk to what's his nuts. We probably should have remembered to do the thing from Millicent this time. Usually we're good at remembering. Though obviously we forgot this time. Yellow. Alright, now we need to come back here to Fort Faroth. Where I'm at. Wait, hold on. I want to see something. Sturdy great helm made from iron, though it is uncomfortably heavy and obstructs the vision of the wearer, it provides a considerable damage negation. That's a pretty lame story. Like, couldn't they give it, like, some backstory, you know? Like, it's a cool helmet, don't get me wrong, but come on, give it something.
Well, my flesh bride, it is a curse. If you my flesh.
Alright, hopefully that's enough. Now, all we need to do, we're almost done doing that, Alright then, chat, here we are, selling a gateway. Why did I go near that guy?
I have a wyvern deer. Will you give it? I will reward. Millicent reined it to wretched. Do you find it that I would show? Well, I'm the one mere base use, but the rotting side out of oh, I must.
Who? Whatever you say, game. Give me a minute. I wonder though, what is the lore reason for why Commander O'Neill has the unalloyed golden
If you are wise, you will leave immediately. My flesh bride. You are.
Anyway, here's a fun story. When I was in college,
Would you mind?
I'm still in college, I told my world religion teacher essentially the story of Mikola and how that I found it interesting. I saw parallels between real world religions and such, you know, and he found it interesting as well. There's a video again.
My apology. Everything, even the nightmare.
Knowledge is power, chat. Unfortunately, I don't know shit.
My name is Nick. With the needle, my destiny.
Anyway, with that, we have gained the funny thing, the funny device. With it, we may... Okay, so for a short time, let's just raise our dexterity. There. Now we have a solid 60 on dexterity, which... Let's just keep it there, you know? This is definitely one reason why it's kind of been... Why I kind of avoided dexterity runs. to get that damn talisman is a fucking Herculean task. But thankfully, due to the resources I have, that being knowing a bunch of speedrunner strats, less speedrun strats and more challenge runner strats, like, can you beat Elden Ring? Only doing this or that. Only doing this kind of damage. Only doing that kind of damage. So on and so on and so on and so on. Whatever, though. So, chat. We are reaching the end of the stream. Soon, chat. The end will be had. Very cool, very nice. I don't like that in the DLC. Also, hello there. Also, hello there. I'm sorry for ignoring both of your characters, but anyway. Yes, I have. Yes, I will be ready. Alright, chat, who's ready to fight? The Giga Chat himself. The man who skateboards on a horse, all while holding back the stars. All from essentially a hospice, all while essentially his brain has been rotted away. Man has turbo dementia cancer, and he is skateboarding on a horse while holding back the very stars, and he's still able to kick your ass. General Radon is a fucking beast. I almost said bastard. Well, if he is a bastard, he's the cool kind. Also, ship over there. Wow. Okay, so I'm not really sure what to do. I mean, I've fought him before. I'm assuming just... You know what? Let's try to actually fight him. Let's not do bullshit. Let's give it a real college girl try, because I am a college girl. And let's genuinely try to fight him. Okay! Forget about the college girl try. Okay then, chat, anything you want to say before we try this again? Okay, so what you need to do is simple. Keep strafing right to left. Well, not strafing, just keep running, just keep running. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. Casual greeting, thank you. If we were doing an intelligence strength run, I think I would consider taking General Radon's weapons. Okay, let's hit this shit. Chat, would you believe, chat, I just remembered, we're doing this without having upgraded our weapon. Once. So, you know what? That's what we'll do next stream. It's better to just do this. Also, chat, prepare for the Monster Hunter moment. No. Ah, 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 Bison seas, no way out there. Hell is ready to unleash. Shall be free. The days that between you be somewhere near the ear me. Somehow back. Dear God of the navigation. At the front. Now. To the dream, divine. No, nowhere out there. Out is ready to run free. That. Fuck! That's pretty good for a first real attempt. By the way, that was that song that Maxor put to the song, which it's actually two songs, chat, which is really cool. Like, they're really good songs. I don't know what game it's from. I think it's probably from some anime game. Anyway. But chat, next time, chat, we are going to level up several things. Wow, that's how long we've been playing. I'll level up my character's weapons using various methods. I mean, well, as in, I'll get to them using various methods and other such. But chat, that should be where we end off. It's been nice having you here, chat. I've been Puff. Bye.